Welcome, disc golf fans, once again to the 2024 Tennessee State Disc Golf Championships being presented by Disc Golf One. We are back once again in Morristown, Tennessee at the Panther Creek course. Run Productions proudly bringing you this coverage. In the booth again, I am Felix.
And I am Conrad.
Conrad, one more round to go at Panther Creek. What historically has been the harder of the two courses to play, but these guys, specifically Chris Dickerson and Grady Shue, yesterday putting on an absolute show.
Yeah, you say historically the most difficult course, but historically they just set the course record, so shooting better at Panther than they did at Rotary. We see the man himself setting course records. Round 218 down, Chris Dickerson. And the man that's been with him for the entire ride, Grady Shue.
See, bogey free so far through 2 rounds for Grady Shue. Very impressive. A new face joining him here, Brandon Brown. 1056, 16 down in round 2 with 2 eagles himself. And joining along, Chris Winkle, 1035 rated round 2. 77 career events already under his belt.
All right, we're going to start out with hole 1 again. The plan is to get as far out into the fairway and to the right as you can. The further right you go, the deeper you go, the better angle you have coming into the tunnel shot here. You got trouble on the left and the right. Got a ceiling you got to contend with, but you got to punch through to get all the way back to the green here. It's about 150 feet away from the opening. You can get there. This is potential eagle hole.
From Gray, Tennessee, Chris Dickerson.
Chris coming off of that historic round 2, setting the course record like we had mentioned, 18 down, 2 eagles, 2 pars.
And that's good and out there.
Next up from Charlotte, North Carolina, Grady Shue.
Grady keeping pace, 3 off of the lead coming into this final round. Had a 1-stroke lead after the first round. Shot very well second round, but keeping up with 18 down is no easy feat.
It is not.
From Knoxville, Brandon Brown.
I'm pretty sure when Brandon finished up before Dickerson yesterday, he was feeling good about that 16, if not matching the previous course record, thinking that he had it.
I would still feel pretty good about a 16 down myself, so.
I mean, yeah. Well, 16 down at Panthers, too. I mean, it's not like it's a little pitch and putt course.
Yeah. Definitely did the work to get himself on this lead card. And with a chance to take it down, so you never know what could happen this final round.
It's our first time filming Chris, but it looks like he has what it takes. He's obviously gotten onto the lead card for the final day, so he said he's taking some time off from playing. I mean, he's recently just come back.
Okay. See 4 righty hyzers from this lead card. We're probably going to see 4 more hyzers on the way here trying to punch through this gap that we saw the drone flying through. This looks a little pushed
one looks
right.
straight. He at least gets kicked back to the center, so he'll still have a shot to save a birdie. It's like a similar mistake.
Similar route, yeah.
Oh, well, no, he punched through. Okay, so he's a little further up.
Grady, of course, with Team Infinite this year, throws several Infinite molds in the bag. Loves to throw the Emperor.
He squared that tree up. I don't think you can hit it anymore. Center. Just like his putts.
Yep. We've been tracking.
Ooh, that's low and early.
Yeah.
He's going to skip into the stuff on the left. So he'll have to go into scramble mode from there.
Yeah, looking for some type of avenue to get some forward progress here. Settling for what looks to be an overhand, going to tomahawk.
All right, that gets him out there and at least looking at the basket.
I don't see any particular badging on the clothes of Chris Winkle, so I'm not quite sure if he's sponsored by any manufacturer yet.
Yeah, no, I don't think he was. He was playing with his open bag, just out there doing it.
Grady, open bag as well, but like we said, with infinite disc, but still has the freedom to throw whatever he likes. Scrambling nicely there. It looks like he's going to have himself a look for the birdie.
Mm-hmm. They have a long eagle bid here.
Ooh.
Close.
Oh, good putt.
There's the first bird.
All right, so we've already seen an overhand, a backhand, and a nice putt from Chris, making his presence felt here. First time being on our coverage. Hole 1, as it typically does, playing relatively easy for the field. This final round, it did come in as the 5th easiest overall hole at .65 under par, 4.35 average. And our lead card looking to pretty much carve it up here with birdies all across the board.
Yep.
Hole 2 here at Panther Creek is actually one of my favorites. Par 3, 295 feet, but just the beauty of a shot forces you to execute a straight to stable mid-range for most of these guys here, up this slanted left to right fairway, and then you need to check up your speed as you're coming back towards the end of the hole here. Pretty fast green, a couple of trees to kind of miss at the end here, but just a shot that's fun to throw and fun to see fly once you execute that gap and that flip. Chris might even be going putter here. That looks like it might be his Challenger OS in hand.
And I've seen him favor that left side more so than like trying to take a straight run at the basket. You know, we're all about the H runs there, but Chris is playing for something else.
Yeah, absolutely. Grady pushing that right side a little bit more on the flatter side. I love that.
Wow.
A little float.
I really expected that to hover and move to the left, but it just hovered, stayed straight, and then went to the right.
It looked like it was flipping up, so that straight finish, even on the ground.
Running, hitting that Guardian there in the fairway. Chris looked like he pulled that wide, but got away with it. Oh, there's the kick.
Yeah, almost all the way. Brandon got the umbrella. Was there a threat of rain in the forecast on this day?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
It's a nice upshot there. Good way to save a par.
I don't want to imagine Panther in the rain. Like there's a lot of climbing and hills and stuff. And
I don't think you can play hole 5 if it rains. I just don't think it's hard enough to play it. There's the birdie. With just dry leaves, I can't imagine wet leaves and mud trying to play hole 5.
Just slipping and sliding the whole way.
Mm-hmm. There's another birdie. He's keeping pace.
He is. Still 3 back here. A couple of birdies here to start for the leaders up top. Par there for Chris, and Brandon will be chipping in the same. Two holes in, we're playing some disc golf now.
Back at hole 3, a par 5, only 625 feet. We've talked about it being eagleable before. It still is. You want to get through this gauntlet of trees that make up the fairway. There is truly multiple lines there. You just have to find the right one and hit it true. On your second shot, do the same thing. Find the right line, get to the green. You can eagle this one. If you find the tree though, get ready for the numbers to add up.
Yeah, the distance itself lends itself to an eagle, but the technicality of missing so many trees also adds up. That is a fantastic drive for Chris Dickerson. Distance isn't necessarily the most important thing on this first shot here. You need something to finish left, and Grady right behind Chris there.
He might be a little bit further to the right, but depending on what's in front of him, he'll still have a lane to the basket. This looks great as well.
Similar, yeah, they're finding that pure gap there.
Come on, Chris, don't let us down. 4 for 4. There we go. Oh.
That's turning a bit,
yeah.
Needed a little more stability on that one.
Yeah, he had the right line, just not the right disc there.
Yeah. So now this right side, it's just a gauntlet. So you almost want to play back to the left side of the fairway and try to punch through. Kind of split the difference there and got down there.
Yeah. You see the top edge of the basket on the screen there. He was to the right of it. Oh. Oh, no.
That looked like it had some momentum behind it as it was.
Yeah, it hit that tree high, but still came down spinning and just took off like a wheel. Now this is exactly where you want to be. Just nothing between you and the basket. Throw your putter shot.
On a second. Wow. And that's drifting a bit much as well.
Yeah, that is. He still may have a look from down there over the rocks, but yeah, I thought that was going to be more center in the fairway than that. And Grady is thrown up high, which isn't bad.
Yeah, the only challenge of being up that high is whether or not these boulders are going to get in the way of a possible.
He tickled the chains there.
Yeah, he did. And
all right, so Chris has a little touch there.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, Chris is fine.
Yeah, these down logs kind of present a little bit of a backboard for you. There's the eagle. Got it again. And once again, we're on the Dickerson watch. He is now 4 down through 3.
Grady's keep doing his best to keep pace.
Yes, sir. 4 down through 3 as well. This hole has been a par 5 for so long, but I wonder if maybe they take a look at the stats from this weekend and see how many eagles were had and possibly for the tournament change it to a 4.
Yeah. There's a potential for a few changes on this one and Rotary.
Yeah. All right, hole 4, 660.
Hole 4 coming in at a par 4.
660. You've got this main gap here that the drone is flying through now. Just want to get out and into the open and then just give yourself any type of forehand backhand approach here to the basket. Relatively simple hole for these guys to break down, but again, the tee shot there, the most prominent part of this hole.
Yeah, on some holes you can get away with a slightly off tee shot. This is not one of those. I don't know if you can understand how flippy that disc is.
What is happening? He put it on so much hyzer, and
I know. It's like the most unstable disc I've ever seen in my life.
That's gotta be, maybe that's another vortex that his other vortex is blue that he throws rollers with.
Grady going with his forehand flicks, but he didn't hit the same spot, but it looks like he's going to make it out to the opening.
Yeah, that looks
last time he
fine.
hit the last round he hit the spot and rode down the hill that was just ideal.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon going with the backhand flippy disc as well. Not nearly as flippy as Chris's disc.
Yeah, I don't think anything in the world might be as flippy as that. It was a crazy flight.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, wait a minute now.
Did they throw the same disc? I need to know exactly what was happening there because he threw that on extreme hyzer and that turned all the way over.
Chew toys.
I think his was going to turn into a roller if it had enough space. Oh, Brennan catching some leaves, some limbs, and just floating down to the opening. Oh, Chris is over here in scramble zone. So yeah, his disc turned over and just
going through
kept
the options
going
here, trying to
the
figure
right.
out what's going to work best for him here.
Oh. Well, I guess it's safe to say that he has a forehand, but that forehand did not find the gap. He is still back over there off in the right. Grady with a nice little putter shot to just a tap-in range at the basket. Throwing this approach shot, it really messes with your depth perception just because of how open it becomes. So gauging it right is a huge task. We still haven't seen. Oh, I'm about to say we haven't got the Chris's shot yet.
There he is.
And
just curl.
That'll do.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, nice shot.
And that's a good upshot there. Brandon is eyeing this up with distractions in the background.
Yeah.
Still going for it. And asking for it to settle, and it does. Right under basket. He's going to hit his head on that one.
I don't know what kind of dog that is, but it's a beautiful dog.
Oh.
No. That's going to be a further putt than what he just had.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's stepping it now. Okay. So outside the circle.
Yeah, he must have knew exactly where the other one was to know that he's a little further back and that he can step it. There it is.
Oh, what a pro. He's so pro.
Well, everyone knows the comebacks are always easier for some reason.
Yeah, he just,
At least they say.
Agitated enough to give it that little bit extra that it needs. Oh, look at that.
Center.
Putt. Yep.
I'm going to start putting like Grady.
Seriously. And Grady actually gains a stroke there on Dickerson. One of the rare times we've seen it. He's cut the lead to 2.
Chris is in with his bogey. And Mr. Brown will just tap in for his par. Here we are on hole 5, a par 4, 520. Again, this elevation is going to make it play at least 100 feet longer than that. This slope is very steep. The drone is even struggling to get up it, so the disc are going to struggle as well. Your first shot is not going to be in an ideal place. You won't have any type of run up, so your second shot will be a standstill. But you want to be in the opening so you're not having to dodge any trees on your approach up here to the green.
Yeah, we've talked about it before about just how these guys are throwing a full driver on this just to try to get up about a third of the way up this hill. Maybe half if you're really blast one.
Ooh, hits the tree. I don't know if going to the right or left is, if either one is more worse than the other or advantageous, but he's still down at the bottom here. Chris, he launches that one up. Looks like he's going to land it where he normally lands. No, he's over. Right. He's over next to a log.
Yeah, that junk pile on the right seems to be a kind of a catch-all area for a lot of drives. So you throw in soap hill, you pull it right, trying to get that extra distance, and if it doesn't come out, you end up over there.
Well, Brandon's gone to the left, which I'm not even really familiar with how it looks over there. I know it still slopes away. Hopefully he didn't roll any further back, and Chris throws that flippy disc again, and even uphill, still drifts turns over to the right. Yeah.
Grady with
yeah, Grady is at low enough on the hill that he can have a run up, but still didn't quite throw the disc high enough.
Yeah.
Have you seen Brandon throw forehands?
I was just gonna say I don't think we have. This looks like the chop variety here, trying to get something stable to flex and cover some distance up this hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
And well, it didn't come back. It didn't fight back, but
it's hard because you're throwing. Yeah, you're throwing so far uphill that it doesn't have time to pan back over because the ground comes up on you.
I think he's just strong.
Well, you can see that he's. I don't think he's missed many days in the gym. This is some funky footing here for Chris on this dead tree. Really exaggerating the angle there and the height to get up, and it floats up to the top.
Yeah.
Chris is so creative in his shot shaping. Like, I've seen him just break out shots that I'm like, what is he thinking, or what is he looking to do? And he makes it work. I don't know if he's practiced these shots before, or his mind just tells him, hey, this is going to work if you just throw this.
I'm going to say that it's the latter, because I can guarantee that he never practiced the lefty chicken wing that he made in that video of ours.
Yeah.
Can promise he never practiced that.
Long bid here.
Oh, and it's in.
Of course. Let's run that one back. We've seen this before with this Anheuser long bid and just the putter getting there and doing a full S-flight and finding its way into the basket. This is some vintage Chris Dickerson putting that we've been seeing this weekend.
Grady, don't let us down. Center.
So good.
Do I need to switch to alpacas?
He was putting with the whales before.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
But yeah, that's just such a unique feeling disc. But I feel like it wasn't as accurate as what we're seeing now with the alpacas. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the action. Check out those Dryv Bagz over at dryvbagz.com. Big thank you to them. Hole 6, par 3, 400 feet. The drone, again, taking you down the proposed route may not necessarily be what these pros are going to take. Some of them kind of cut across the tee pad and try to chop something through this gauntlet of trees. It's very much a poke and pray shot. I've seen some discs get down here that had no business getting down there, and some that should that never make it. So we'll see what these guys do.
And that appears to be down there.
Yep. Again,
taking
Chris ignores the actual fairway.
Yeah. Well, playing the actual fairway is for me, it's difficult because you have to aim at a tree.
It's too far. That Y tree there kind of.
But try to miss the tree that you're aiming at. So it's like it's. What?
Ooh, I kind of like this. Oh, I kind of like this a lot.
Okay.
He's
I don't know if I like it. I'm gonna have to see. I know.
Yeah.
I saw. I'm gonna have to see how that turned out to know if I like it or not, though. That looks good.
It's coming up on that back wall, but it looks like he escaped cleanly. Grady off into the right rough here, having to flex something on a forehand.
Wow.
I think he hit something late there that maybe stopped it from coming all the way back.
I'm surprised at how far. Oh, Chris did not get anywhere near where I thought it was. He must have hit something early that we didn't see.
That's a rude reaction there.
A root reaction there?
Yeah.
Nope, I don't like Brandon's.
It's I like the idea.
I like the idea, yeah.
Yeah. And
kind
I think
of,
there's something there.
Maybe. Oh, wow, Grady hit something far back. I thought he was going to at least have a look at a putt there, but Chris, he does.
Yeah, Winkle with the best drive.
Oh.
Touch too low.
Yep.
Good putt
Chris
there
put in his
Chris.
par.
Par playing like a birdie. This hole averaged 3.49, nearly a half a stroke above par for a relatively short hole that plays downhill. It's hard to get.
Yeah.
Brandon through some trees. A little short there.
A little half bid there.
Yeah.
You'll be able to tap that in.
Grady working on his yoga here, putting it to work.
Here it is, getting around the tree, saving the bogey. For a second, I couldn't tell which way around the tree he was going.
Yeah. Couple of bogeys, and we'll see the par tapping here for Chris Winkle.
All right, hole 7, par 4 coming in at 450. First goal is to get out of the tunnel and get out into the open. Ideally, you want to get as far out and to the right as you can. Hopefully already navigating this right-hand turn around the trees with the drive so that you don't have to do it with your second shot. If you come up short, there is a way to cut across, but I think this is really a generous par 4 because as long as you get out the gap, you can have a look at birdie and definitely save a par.
Yeah, we've seen Chris take the roller, and he's lining up that vortex again, so looking to do the same thing here.
I never saw it.
He pushed it right side.
Put us out there.
Yeah, don't think he loved it. We'll see if he got caught up early.
Chris taking a forehand with a disc. That should work out fine. He's gone really far straight. Probably wanted to be over to the right just a little bit more.
You can push too far on this on the drive. We've seen people go past the fairway and encroaching on the next hole's tee pad.
Yeah. Grady looks like he went a little too early. And so does Brandon. See if they made it through those trees or not, or if they'll be playing across. Yep, Brandon's here playing across the fairway, trying to get to the basket. Oh, but he's gone high. I'm used to the skip shot trying to get there.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
That worked. How long was that in the air?
I didn't
from
count.
a knee.
Yeah.
This is the route that I'm used to seeing. Just a little off the ground.
Yep, that'll work.
Flare it toward the basket. Leave yourself with the putt. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's definitely gone too far.
He's gone too far. Yep. I
Too
figured.
far straight. If he would have been to the right, it would have been a little bit better. Well, okay. We got another overhand shot there.
Whoa.
That's remarkable. He still saved his birdie. Yeah, Chris isn't loving that shot as much as he loved the one that he had the day before round 2.
Yeah, he had an eagle look on round 2. Chris just off to the top right there.
We've had to get 7 holes in for me to realize that we have 2 Chris's on the card. I'm just now realizing it.
Grady dropping in the birdie.
So any of our audio listeners, they don't know what Chris is doing what.
Yeah. Chris is out here shredding, but Chris is struggling. But Chris. Chris with the birdie, Chris with the par. Birdie for Brandon, tell you that much. Bringing him to 28 down on the tournament. Dickerson with his birdie look.
And there it is. And Chris with his par save.
With the par, yep. All right, we come up to hole 8, a par 3, 405-foot elevation from start to finish. You really want to maintain your shot in this alley as long as you can. This tunnel continues all the way up here. Left and right is not out of bounds, but it is very much natural OB as you get in there. Will more than likely cost you at least 1 stroke to get back out. See some backhands, some forehands, some rollers even to try to get up here. Really a bonus birdie as it plays probably closer to 460 or so.
Yeah.
Same vortex in hand here as Chris likes the roller on this one. That's cutting off a little earlier than it did last time.
Yeah. But he should still have a look. There's a certain part over there on the right that still gives you a look without any overhang in front of you.
That's going to get pulled over. Gravity's going to take over and yank it left.
Yeah. I don't think it had the right movement, but hitting that limb definitely slowed it down. Oh, we got a roller going here, too.
Oh, he's using all of that right side fairway.
He's going to end up over there with Chris.
Yeah. Such a difficult. The air shot here is so hard. You've got the low ceiling on the left. You've got the grade bringing you back over towards the hyzer side.
Mm-hmm. And Grady is in there looking up, which is always a scramble mode shot. And I think did he try to throw a roller?
I think he was trying to just pancake something from a tomahawk or thumber's position there, but he got the roll out instead.
Yeah. Brandon just pushing his up to the basket. That'll be a nice tap in for a par. Chris is giving us a bid. Winkle giving us a bid. Now Chris is about to give this a bid.
Dickerson from the right, little Annie.
Oh, okay. Maybe he was too obstructed with the limbs.
Grady from the shadows. No.
Oh. We're going to have to add that to his tally.
That's a rare miss for him this weekend, yeah. Bet you he centers this one, though. Oh,
It's in.
It's in. It wasn't center. But in is in. Good par save there for Winkle. Brandon and Dickerson will look to do the same as we get ready to close out this front nine of the final day.
All right, hole 9. A nice long par 4 coming in at 710 feet, playing downhill the entire way. Main objective off the tee is to get as far down and right as you can. Do everything in your power to avoid going to the left, although it doesn't play as an OB. It is a natural OB, and you will definitely be taking a stroke to get out. Once you get out to the open, ideally if you can see the basket, it makes it a lot easier to approach it, but if not, you can still get there. I wouldn't say that Chris Dickerson is feeling a little comfortable, but he has extended his lead just a bit from the rest of the people.
Yeah, currently standing at 5 strokes ahead of Grady as he's going to air out this nuke.
Oh, man, yeah. If you ask me, he's past the basket. He's having to come back.
He might be.
It is down there.
Brandon looking to line up the righty backhand hyzer as well.
Does a little hyzer flip with his and sends it out. As long as he's far enough down, he'll still have an angle to approach to the basket to get the bird.
Yeah, he should be just fine. Chris Winkle pushing this one a little further and wider out to the right,
which is not necessarily bad.
Yeah, that should be fine. Just adds a little bit of distance to your second shot, but it also clears up your line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
Grady smoothing one out as well. I thought he was going to hit that guy on the bike there for a second.
Oh, yeah, Brandon's pinched himself a little bit. And
That's a long jump putt
wow.
approach. And it got there.
Yeah.
That's impressive. That's what happens when you don't miss leg day. All right.
Yeah. So Chris, like you said, added a little bit of distance, but you see the basket, but he hits the tree that's on the right side. Still should have a rarely routine up and down to get a bird. Chris Dickerson looks like he went a little early.
We'll have to see.
He'll still have a look, but he wasn't all the way there.
Grady doesn't like it, and that's why, but he gets the friendly kick.
With these trees and kisses and Grady, I tell you.
He's probably out here watering them all weekend. So they're like, oh, he's back. Let's help.
Paige wouldn't let him do that.
Chris is
all
fine.
Right. Yeah, he just made his putt.
No, the other one.
Oh.
The multi-time national champion.
He just made his putt too.
Yeah. Bringing him to 38 down so far for the tournament. A couple of birdies to clean up for the rest of the crew as well.
All right, we're taking a look at the leaderboard here. Grady is still chasing it. Chris Dickerson and Ryan Mon is taking a move up.
All right, we We still got 9 holes left before we crown a champion out here at the Tennessee State Disc Golf Championships. Big thank you to you guys for checking out all of the coverage all weekend. Check us out on all of our socials at Ace Run Pro. And of course, a shout out to our Patreon community, our Ace Runners, making this coverage possible. Check us out at patreon.com/AceRunPro to become an Ace Runner for as little as $3 a month. We appreciate the support, guys, and we'll see you right back here for the conclusion of the 2024 Tennessee State Disc Golf Championships.